All right. So continue on. Before that time gets there, we're, we've been given a job, occupy. We give a job to do. So let me get that. I mean, Satan is really getting on me. I've only been out here for like an hour, and I'm already out of things to talk about. Satan is really trying to get to me. All right, Luke 19, verse 12. Look, all right, Luke 19, verse 12, and it reads, he said therefore, a certain noble man went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom and to return. And he called his 10 servants and delivered them £10 and said unto them, occupy till I come. And those 10 servants are a complete number of people because in the king, because you have more than 10, you have more than 10 men pushing this word. But basically, Yahusha has gone to receive the kingdom from the Most High and is coming back. You said that what we should occupy till he come. So let me get that word occupy in the bulletin. And that's what I'm doing right now, okay? We're not going to allow a day to go by without the word of Yahweh Shai being pushed, okay? We're not going to allow a moment to go by without somebody manifesting and exalting the name of Yahweh Shai. So this is the book of Luke 19. Oh, sorry. I meant to get occupy. Occupy. Pragmatomai. And it is to be occupied in anything, to carry on a business, of a banker or a trader. So basically, we are carrying on with the business of Yahweh Shai. What was he doing? And during the time that he was on the earth. Because you have Israelite camps that are actually that sinners, you no longer need to go out on the highways and byways. But what we have been told to do is to continue. What we have been told to do is to continue in the business of Yahweh Shai, to enter into his labor. Because the Apostle Paul saying that and the elders and the apostles like to bring this out, that we have entered into other men's labors, okay? We are continuing the work. This is not a new job, okay? This is a continuation of what Yahweh Shai did when he was on the earth. And we as the servants of Yahweh Shai are supposed to continue the work of our master, even now that he's not present, okay? Because what does scripture say? That we as good servants, when the master is away, what should we be doing? Right, let me get that. Let me get that. Here it is. Luke 12. And I'll start from verse. Luke 12, verse 42. And the Lord said, and the Lord, of course, is Yahweh Shai, because this is written in red. Who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give him their portion of meat in due season? That's exactly what Yahweh Shai has done, right, to the apostles, to the elders, and even us that are brothers, and even us that are just brothers in this truth, man. Because guess what? We are leaders of households, okay? Princes in our tribes. And that's what we are being raised up to be, because the 144,000, Lord willing, of that number, the elect, Lord willing, once again, of that number, it's like I am, and the Akim of that number. We're going to be leaders, we're going to be rulers over our people. We will rule over households, okay? Over kingdoms, over nations, alright? So Yahweh Shai has done, he said that what? Because it was as his servants are being left over with his portion on this side. And in the kingdom, if we are found faithful, found righteous unto the end, we'll be left with his portion once again in the kingdom. So I've been left with Yahushua's portion on this side. And what was the portion in the world? Just a preacher pushing the word. Saka, not just, okay? Because the scripture say. Let me get that. What does the scripture say? And let me get that. Because when you're talking about John the Baptist, what did you come out here to see? A man, but more than a man, because he was the one that the prophet spoke about, saying that he was. So let me get that. I have to get it. So hold on, let me get it. looking for it. Okay, read. Shaking with the wind. There it is. Matthew 11, Matthew 11 verse 7, and it reads, and as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness? Matthew 11 verse 7. And as they departed, Yahushua began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaking with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, more than a prophet. I say unto you, I'm more than a prophet. All right. So what we are, so basically what I'm trying to get to that, we are servants, okay. But even though we are just younger brothers in this truth, okay. We are more, we are more than that in the spirit. We are mighty men, okay, more than servants, leaders of our houses, leaders, even going as far as leaders of our tribes, because you don't know which men, you don't know which men out there on the highways and byways used to be king, the kings of Judah, used to be king, there used to be kings of Judah, used to be the righteous men in Israel, judges of Israel, men like Simon, all right, men like Jabez, okay, the second not Jabez, men like Gideon, men like Jerubbaal, I forgot his real name, right? Men like Josiah, men like Joachim, right? Or men like that are righteous, men like I'll leave it at that because I think that's I'll just leave it at that. Men like that, okay? Ezra, Nehemiah, men like that, okay? That were leaders over our people. Do you know which men are out there in the house and by that were actually that? And guess what? In the kingdom, they will receive that role again, and even greater than that. Right? So now, Luke chapter 12, from verse 42 now. And the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them a portion of meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he hath. So Yahushua is coming back to give us his rulership, okay? Imagine that, Yahushua has gone out and conquered the whole kingdom, and he's coming back to give us his rulership. But our only role is to occupy until he comes, to do his will, to do his work, okay? To continue in his work, to continue in his labor. That's what we are doing on the earth right now. We're continuing in that labor which Yahushua has labored, okay? So this is not the work. This is a work that we have come back into, okay? A work that we are joining, something that has already been established, that we are simply adding to. Right? If you can get that, because what this has been built up from Genesis, okay, up until Revelation, and now to these times that we're in right now, living in that same time of Revelation. We're continuing with this work, okay? We are joining to those labors, right? Labor of the prophets of old, of Moses. Right, of the prophets of old, Isaiah, right, Malachi, Zephaniah, Zechariah, and then the apostles, Paul, all right, Timotheus, okay, John, the 12 apostles, Yahushua, last but not least, of course, and then on down to us, which are the men of the Lord on this side. We are all continuing in that labor, and that is even just proves reincarnation, because what does the scripture say? Are the spirits of the prophets, and let me get that one as well. Man, it's starting to get hard to see what's written on my phone. But I'm getting ready to close that anyway. Alright, Corinthians 14, verse 32, and it reads, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, for the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints, okay? So the prophets have come back again in their lots, and have continued in the labor that they had begun. That's why we're out here in the highways and byways continuing this work, bringing out the scriptures, bringing out the gospel, all right? So continuing. But, all right, Luke 12, verse 45. But, and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayeth in his coming, and shall begin to beat the manservants and the maids, to eat and drink and to be drunken. The Lord of the servants will come in a day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him his portion with the unbelievers. So guess what? If you are doing this work and you're not doing it in 100% truth and sincerity, but you allow yourself to fall into different doctrines, all right? You allow yourself to, and you know you're abusing the flock, you're giving them the wrong information, you're giving them the wrong doctrine. Guess what? Guess what? You're going to die like the heathen. You're going to die like Esau. You're going to get a part in Esau's destruction. You're going to be just like Esau, an honorary Edomite, okay? But if you are pushing this word in righteousness and sincerity, you are continuing in the labor of Yahweh Shai. Guess what? You're going to be given a portion of that kingdom that he's bringing back, because Yahweh Shai is on a journey right now. You know what? Let me get this real quick. They say that he's going to prepare a kingdom for us. Let me get that one as well. Saka, my hands are very sweaty. Here it is. John 14, verse 1, and it reads, "Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in the Most High, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also." That's beautiful right there, okay? Because Yahweh Shai get ready to receive us, man. The Most High and His Son, they are getting ready to receive us, and that's what they will do in the kingdom, okay? They will receive us, and I will never go out from the presence of the Most High or His Son ever again, okay? We will be a pillar in the temple of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh forever. Alright, so Allah Yahweh is going to prepare a place for us. And that's exactly what He's doing. That's why He has taken so long to come back, because He's preparing that kingdom for us. You know, and what are we supposed to do right now? We're supposed to continue in His work, continue in that labor that He has put, continue that spirit that He has given us, continue in the labor that He has given us. Okay, we have entered into Slakia. The wind got a little strong there. It's too strong. Okay, that's stabilized a little bit. I guess it's really getting time for me to close out. Alright. So basically what I was saying is that we have entered into His labor, right? We have entered into Yahweh Shai's labor, you know. We have entered into it, and what the scripture say? Occupy until He comes, okay? We have to endure until the end. We have to keep His faith. Alright? Let me we have to keep the faith. We have to keep His commandments up until the end. So that will be what? And that's but the precept I actually started with. Revelation 3 from verse 10. Revelation 3 verse 10. "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Alright, so continue on down. "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast, which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of my city, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name." Alright? So we occupy until He comes, and when He comes, He will give us all these blessings. Okay, so with that, I just have to end it right there. And let's give all praises, honor, and glory once again unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rachak Wadash, Wa Abal Babal, Shalom. Ooh.